के गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वविघ्ननाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौ प्रेमानंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Prabhuji, for blissful Kirtana. Hare Krishna to all. So, as Prabhuji has said, like, today is the last session, last day of the session. In this session today, Prabhuji will cover overview of all the 18 chapters that we have learned so far, and also will explain. Prabhuji will explain more about the process in the next step. What all we are going to do daily in the next level for the people, like for the devotees who are going to come to the next level. Okay, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, so today we'll be seeing the summary of all the 18 chapters from chapter 1 to chapter 18. So these are all something, golden messages to our life-changing messages. So if somewhere you have missed out, so today is the day where you can recap it. Have a book and pen, and I'll be explaining something with the beginning stories. The stories are the, I can say, it gives such a essence to us. It changes the life. So you should understand what is life. Many things to learn, and this is all just material things. We are not experiencing the spiritual at the spiritual plan. And just imagine, this itself is changing so much of our life. Just think about the spirituality, how potent we will be, how powerful, energetic we'll be. Just knowing that I am part and parcel of Krishna, just realizing that gives such a great relief to us. So to understand this, we need Guru Krishna's mercy. Without their blessings, their mercy, we may not be able to understand. So now, let us start the prayers, seeking their blessings so that we'll be able to understand this divine knowledge. Okay, so now let us all chant the prayers, hold your hands. Along with me, everyone can chant. Okay. Om Ajnanathmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताक स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमः आचार्य पादाय निधि कृपपदाय गौरगतदामदाय नगरग्रह मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिमत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्यं। So finally, let us offer our prayers, our gratitude, our thanks for giving us such a wonderful life after a long, long time. We know what was life. We were going in some directions. And now Srila Prabhupada has brought us all to one direction. This is the purpose of our life. Human life purpose he has showed. So let us thank His Divine Guru Sabhai Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada from the bottom of our heart. Srila Prabhupada ki. So today we'll be seeing chapter 1 to 18. Very first chapter. Overview. You can see it. Every day will be, what I can say, under the acronym we used this chapters so that it will become more easier to understand. Just one acronym, if you remember, you'll be able to understand the essence of the chapter. And the first chapter is doubt. D-O-U-B-A-T. Under it, so it was Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana's mindset. What kind of mentality they were, what was their attitude. Actually, Dhritarashtra was doubtful, fearful, and partial towards his brothers and Pandavas and his sons. There was difference he was showing, and diplomacy and inner fear in Duryodhana, the words that he spoke, we were able to see this. And then omniscience results, or the signs of victory to the Pandavas. So the place was religious. Definitely it was favorable to Pandavas. In Krishna's presence, the Supreme Personality of God's presence, definitely what else you need in your life. So Krishna in the side of Pandavas, it was assured, out of 100, 200% was assured that the victory is towards the Pandava side. But fools cannot do this. Okay, transcendental conscience. When Bhishmadev blowed his conch shell, it is said as Simmanadam. It was something like a roaring of a lion, but there's no impact on the Pandavas. But these transcendental conch shells, which was blown by the Pandavas, shattered the hearts of the Kauravas. Because the Pandavas had the strong faith on Krishna. Nothing can shake us when Krishna is within our heart. Then Hanuman, Hanuman was on the flag of Arjuna's chariot. The story, just the voice of Bhima shattered many of their hearts, and by heart attack or something, they just passed away because Hanuman's voice was mixed with Bhima's voice. That was the power. Just screaming was so powerful. Just imagine, think about the battle, how it would end. Then Lakshmi's presence, because he said it's Madhava. And then Arjuna's chariot, Agnidev gave this chariot. So never it has seen any defeat. Whoever sits on the chariot is always victory. All the 10 directions. That was the thing we saw. And then uncertainty. Now changes in rasa with Arjuna. Finally says he bewildered. Why? Because Svachanam. The main reason for all this and for our miseries also, it is Svachanam, being selfish. Only being selfish. Just to come out of it, you will be able to experience the real life. Okay, then the turning point. What happens by this? So he was not even able to hold his Gandiva. Such a great personality. His hands were shivering, his tongue was drying, and no words was coming. He became so weak just because Swajanam. On the turning point, he says many reasons not to fight now. He gives compassion, loss of enjoyment, fear of sinful reactions, destruction of family tradition, many ways he thinks. And in the second chapter, Krishna answers all the questions. And this acronym Gita, under Gita, we saw that surrender to a spiritual master. That's what Arjuna did. कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि तुम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यच्छ्रेयाशान्यशितम प्रीतिन्मे शिष्यस्त्यं शानिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम कार्पण्य दोषोपहत. I am bewildered, not able to take any decisions. Please let me know what is better for me. I am a completely surrendered soul unto your lotus feet. And as soon as he surrenders, Krishna chastises him and then he gives the Atma Jnana. That is the main duty of spiritual master, first to take the ego out of us. That's what in a story I told. So a person goes to the master for a musical learning something. He says, I know something. So the charges became double because the contamination he had, that ego, that I know something, may not be able for him to learn. And I give the example of a grease. And a hand is with the grease, whatever you touch, it becomes contaminated. The same way, when we have contaminated heart and mind, then what's the use of reading Bhagavad Gita? Everything becomes waste. So you should be very humble, come below, bottom of the heart, and pray to the spiritual master. By this, we'll be able to understand. The more important thing to surrender to a spiritual master is eagerness to learn. If you don't have the eagerness to learn, why will you surrender to him? Then the humble. Surrender means it is humble, being humble to him and serving him. Okay, and to accept the weaknesses that we have, that's another important thing. So we should have the courage to say, yes, I am this. I have this weakness. So how many have? That's the question. And identity. So identity, we saw with the story that we are the soul. And we saw the one more thing, the important of that story is association. How important it is. Vaishnavas, Sangam, Sarvas, the two dharmas. Once you know you are a spirit soul, you have two dharmas, bodily dharma and two duties, or else you can see. Dharma Swadharma bodily duty and the soul duty. And asked for that, we had a quarrel, and he threw his child from the small things change our lives. So you should be very careful how to deal. Okay. Okay. Then third chapter. If I'm not audible, you can let me know. Okay. Then the third chapter, Tyaga, under the acronym tree, Tyaga of true renunciation and false renunciation. These stories make many differences. These are the story of a sadhu. He was a thief actually. Then he pretended as sadhu just by chanting the holy names of Lord Rama, Krishna, Govinda. He was pretending. His life changed. He came to know the purpose of the life. The most essence of this quality of this
Hare Krishna Prabhu. There is some disturbance.
Prabhu. Finally, what?
Voice is not clear.
May say, no, I don't need this. I'll be getting more. I don't need this. Let me change with.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Now it is better.
Prabhu? Okay. This is also shows me low only, but anyhow, if it's still low, you can see me. I'll change into another network. Let's see. Okay, then in that story, once we came to know that one, what I can say, the great essence of this material world, the quality. Once we say no to this material world, we are qualified to enter the spiritual kingdom. That was the essence. A thief understood just by chanting the holy names, just pretending. Okay? Then regulated activities. And then one more thing. Tyaga, we saw two things, that is Yukta Vairagya, Palgu Vairagya. Not to just give up the activities, give up the results. Karmanyevadhikarasti mahapaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturburmate sangostu. Not to give up the activities. Don't be foolishly thinking, oh, Krishna is saying to, or else Krishna is saying to work like donkeys, keep on working. No, working also is not complete. Giving up the activities also is not complete. Working, doing our duties, and offering the results to the Lord is the real devotional service. That is the purpose of human life, to learn this. And regulated activities, so how to be sin-free, we saw this. And then exemplary, the most important, how a father, a king, a spiritual master should be with them. And finally, everyone are an exemplary. Elder brother will be exemplary to his younger brother, or elder sister will be exemplary to his younger sister. Parents will be exemplary to children. In this way, we saw many things. So everyone are there in a position of a guru. Somewhere or the other, somewhere or other, somebody is seeing us and learning. The same way, whom are we seeing now? Are we seeing something, a great personality like Srila Prabhupada, or something our heroes is someone, a film actor who is the lowest of all? Do we want to be like him? It's up to you. The choice is in our hand. And finally, the enemy. Which is the enemy? Is lust. Kamayesha Krodesha Rajoguna Samadbhava. Krishna says lust is the enemy. And we saw in this in the second chapter. Dhyayato Vishayan Pamsa Sangha Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodo Vijayate Krodat Bhavat Sam. And finally, it is Pranashati. It starts from contemplating on the objects, sense objects, unnecessary things, contemplating on it, think to enjoy more, thinking more to achieve, more to acquire beyond my limits. This creates, then develops to lust. And once it is developed to lust, there is the end. It ends up in anger or greed. You have fulfilled the desire, it transforms to greed. If you're not fulfilled, it transforms to anger. Yeah. Then lust, once you come to know that there is lust, and you saw the three layers of coverings, isn't it? Now, after all this, how to win this, how to come out of it, the senses, it is sitting places of the lust is mind, then the senses, then the intelligence. So how should we come out of it? Many things we learned here. In the fourth chapter, we learned the transcendental knowledge. In the story also, we came to know that Arjuna, what did he choose? He needed two Akshohinis, Narayanis, great Atiratas, Maharatas were there. They've never had any defeat in their lifetime. Such a great Akshohini, two Akshohinis. But you choose a person who will not even pick any weapon, is not going to fight. You choose such kind of a person in esteem. And that was Supreme Lord Krishna. So don't go on the material worlds or the material intelligence. This is how I can progress in my life. No, it's wrong. By spiritual, take up this Bhagavad Gita knowledge that is sufficient for us to progress in our life. Okay, then eternal knowledge. This we saw. So who can acquire? Only a devotee who surrender to Krishna. And the most important thing is the parampara we saw. Not the knowledge anyhow it comes to us. No, it has to come through a parampara, through a bona fide spiritual master. And that spiritual master should be a humble servant of his spiritual master. Very simple thing. An accurate understanding. So misconceptions that we had on the caste system. Chaturvarnya Maya system, Guna Karma Vibhaga, very clear. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever we say, they say Brahmana is exploited, Shudras became that. There's so many things. All misconceptions was clear. Krishna says all these divisions happen by Guna and Karma, not Janma Karma, not by birth. By their nature and activities has been divided. Then we have one more thing. Whomever you worship, whatever you worship, however you worship, the result will be the same. Another wrong conception. Whichever the direction you go, you'll be reaching your destination. How is this? Is it not foolish thing? Krishna says, Ye tamam prapatyasya tam stataya bhajam. Whoever surrenders to me, however they surrender, they will get accordingly. What you sow, you get the fruit the same. Isn't it? It's the same way. Then reactionless, we saw three kinds of karma. Karma, vikarma, and akarma. Karma, any activities according to the scriptures is karma. And you fetch punya out of it. And any activities against or without knowing Bhagavad Gita, you are doing any activities, it's all results comes to vikarma. Only sinful results come out of it. And akarma, anything to please the Lord, there's no results. You're not binding in this material world, either pious or impious. You're free from it. And finally, how to surrender to a spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshana, he says. Humbly surrender unto the spiritual master and serve him. Humble service, because they are the personalities who have seen the truth. They will reveal you. From their heart, it reveals to your heart. This is how you can acquire the knowledge. Then in the 5th chapter is to stay in the world. Another important thing, how to stay in this world, something like a lotus leaf on the water. Clear? We saw the story of Lakshmi Devi and the poor person. So the farmer, she kept 10 gold coins. He said 1 gold coin was sufficient for him to be happy. 2, and the third one, he thought that the whole generation after generation will sit comfortably and lead a happy life. But even after getting 10 gold coins, was he happy? No. Whole life till his death, he was searching for the 11th coin, where Lakshmi Devi has not given to him. In that way, something we may not get in our life, but we are just endeavoring for it, working like donkeys without knowing that I may not be able to achieve it. I should become the person who's like my neighbor. He has the sukriti, he has that punya, is able to, I don't know from how many millions of lifetimes he has acquired the punya. So now he's getting that richness or something, he's getting good things. So why should I get? For that, I have, which is the way to acquire this? I should know that, and I should be try to be happy in whatever I'm getting. Then 3 doers. So any activity is done, it is done by 3 personalities. 1 is the soul. It's we, because we desire something, and finally Lord permits. Then the nature, material nature, Prakriti, executes it. Then equal vision. So Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmani Gavyastini Shunicha Vichapaki Pandita Samadarshini. A person is with this transcendental knowledge, his vision will be equal. He will not differentiate with the enemies and the friends or anything, like, because he's seeing Paramatma. He's seeing the Supreme Lord in everyone's heart. Then peaceful formula. Bhoktaram ignatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram sushradam sarvabhutanam jnatvam shanti micchati. Bhoktaram. It's only the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the enjoyer. We are all his servants. Right? It's very simple. Jivera surupavai Krishna. Let us take our real position. We'll be definitely happy with it. And only Suhridam Sarvabhutam is the only well-wisher. Nobody can protect us. No father, no husband, no wife, no children, no one in this whole world can protect. Not even the 33 crore devatas can help us. It's only Krishna who is residing in our heart as Paramatma. Every moment, every step, he protects us. Just surrender everything. And the 6th, we saw the Dhyana Yoga. So who is the enemy and friend of us? It's the mind. We saw in that story where a Brahman and a prostitute. And finally, what happened? Niyamadharma Raja, prostitute went to heaven and the Brahmana went to hell, because he was meditating on prostitute and prostitute was meditating on this Brahman. Very important thing. So the result is not that what we do, our activities, result is what is in our thoughts of us. And we saw the mind. What kind of a mind is this also? Something like a monkey. It's compared to monkey in the scriptures. A monkey with intoxicated and a mad and with a thorn in its leg. How it will be? It will be jumping one step. So the mind is very flickering, very difficult to control it. Then we saw the Ashtanga Yoga. So 8 limbs. How to practice Yama, Niyama, Hasana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, 8 levels, and how difficult. Just sitting posture needs 12 years to learn. Such great difficulties, but how yogi was. But when he is not success in that process, what happens to him? Then Krishna says, I'll give him a better life at least, because he somewhere endeavored to come to me. So next life he'll become a devotee. So in that way, who knows, we are all might be great yogis in our previous lives. So now Krishna has given us an opportunity to become a devotee. And finally, yogi nama pi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. Krishna finally says it is yogi nama pi sarvesham. The best of all the yogis is my devotee who thinks about me and serves me. And finally, then from the 7th chapter, which is the beginning of the Bhakti Yoga, the 6 chapters, most important, Krishna says, hearing. So tat shruno, this knowledge you cannot find anywhere in any Vedas, Upanishad, or any kind of scriptures other than Bhagavad. He himself is revealing Sutre Maniganai. I am the source of everything. Movable, unmovable, visible, non-visible, spiritual, material, whatever you take, I am the source of everything. As pearl is standing on the thread, it is standing on the thread, you're not visible, but still it's understand. Here, that's more important. And here in the 7th chapter, another story we saw, most important story, the worm. Once again, it's showing us unstable. I don't know how far it's. Okay, we saw a story here about the worm, where the photographer thought of helping it by opening the egg. What happened? Just it started jumping and it was not able to fly. Finally, it died. Finally, it died there without flying itself. But difficulties in our life is good for us. It makes us to progress. It makes us perfect. Difficulties, even gold is put on fire. It burned red hot. Then all the contamination goes and you can get the pure gold. Clear? Yes. So difficulties, definitely it is good for us. Then everywhere and once you get this knowledge, you'll be able to see the Lord everywhere and accept and reject. The 4 people who don't accept the Lord and 4 people who accept the Lord. The Dushkrutis and the Sukrutis. So what we are, among which category do we belong? And another important thing, and Krishna says finally, but to overcome this material energy is very difficult because it is my potency. It is very difficult. But how could we overcome? By surrendering unto the Lord. Once you surrender unto the Lord, definitely this material energy cannot show its influence on us, or the 3 modes, Maya Devi cannot show influence on us. Then the demigods, he was saying about the demigods. So what does the Devatas do? So who go to Devatas? Kama says, Hita Jnana, who is less intelligent, go to the demigods, but not a person who is in complete knowledge. Yeah. Then 8th chapter, another important thing. So this is an exam. Our whole life is a preparation. What is our exam? It's our death. So in the story of Alexander, finally he gave 4 instructions to his minister that his hand should be out, the gold coins should be thrown out, and he should be carried by the doctors. And in this way, why? He wants to give a message to us that whatever you earn, working like donkeys, it's of no use. Definitely you're a donkey. Don't keep on working. Understand what is life. His hands were empty. He's not able to take anything. And whatever the great doctor, whoever, they cannot protect us. No one can protect us from the death. Clear? And whatever you earn, definitely you have to give to others. Then in this doubt, Arjuna asks many questions and Krishna answers. And examination is death. So attaining this supreme, so he gives the material world and the spiritual world, just what I can say, a vision, a small vision, so that we get attracted to the spiritual world. And finally, devotion. A yogi and a bhakta's difference. How yogi, it's so difficult to give up this body. He has to see the timings. It should be in Uttarayana, in the daytime, Shukla Paksha. So many things he has to see here. But for a devotee, anytime he gives up the body, Krishna is ready to take him to the spiritual. In the 9th chapter, the most important chapter we saw, the knowledge, king of all knowledge, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam, Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratiksha Vagamam Dharmam, Susukam Kartumaviyam. the qualifications we need and the characteristics of this knowledge. It is transcendental. And this is a process, or there is a formula to get all this knowledge. We saw about the faith, how that person in ashram, the guru, he joined the disciple for a few days, he left him. He said that any problems you ask Lord Ramachandra, Sita Devi, Lakshmana, they will help you. He went. The faith he had so much. Finally, Sita Devi, Lakshmana, Hanuman, Rama, they came and helped him. Such as the knowledge of this Rajavidya. For this, we need a faith, an inconceivable relationship. The relationship between the Supreme Lord, that is a reciprocation that he has. And this what again, the chapter is completely so much important. Each and every verse is important. Anyabilashita. No. Ananyaschintayanto mami jana paryupasite tesham nityabhivtanam yogakshemam maham. Krishna says, you be in my thing. You serve me, that's sufficient. I'll take care of you. Yogakshemam maham. And he gives this position of his devotees in such a high position. He says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu na dveshyosti na priya. I'm equal to everyone, but my devotees are special to me. Apiche suduracharo. Bhajate mam anyabhak sadhoryava samantavyas samyak vivasito hi saha. Even my devotees, by mistake, if they do some abominable activities, you have to consider him as a sadhu, because he is my devotee. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvatnatim gacchati kaunte pranashyati. Because very quickly he'll become righteous, because I am there to take care of. Arjuna, you boldly declare that my devotees never ever they will perish. So such is the confidence Krishna is giving on us, because we are surrendering to Krishna. So bhakti is very simple. Just take up, surrender into the Supreme Lord, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and offer prasadam to him. Krishna says, Patram pushpam palam toyam yomi bhakti. Even a small leaf, fruit, flower is sufficient for the Lord. He is very pleased by our offerings. Not that he is not having anything. He is the possessor of all planets and the universes. Why do we need? We need a small flower and fruit. The love that we show through that. It's important. Okay. Then 10th chapter. So now he's saying about his vibhuti shaktis, his appearances. So once again he says here, I'll give a better knowledge to you now more. So what is the knowledge he's giving? He's saying how to see him. And before that he says the Chatur Shloki, the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita. Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartati Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita. A person who becomes devotee only when he knows that I am the source of all spiritual world, material world, I am the source, becomes my devotee. Then finally what happens? How Krishna will help him? And he says about his devotees, Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhentasya Parasparam Katayantasya Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. They are always happy just in conversing my pastimes, my leelas, always as immersed, absorbed in my thinking. So what will I do them? So something I forgot. Priti Purvakam, when they start the serving with Yesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tamenamam Upayanti. When they start serving the Lord, Priti Purvakam. Now what we are doing? This is called as Vaidhi Bhakti. Something I am saying, something Srila Prabhupada is saying. We don't have any love towards the Lord. And my spiritual master has told me to do this. I am doing it. That's Vaidhi Bhakti. Then it transforms to Raganuga Bhakti, where we have the love towards the Lord. With love, we start serving. Then Priti Purvakam, Krishna reveals in our heart. He shows the path, how to come back to the spiritual world by illuminating by a knowledge lamp within our heart, and all the darkness is gone. Then we'll become clear. Then by this acceptance, accepting Krishna purifies in parampara practical bhakti. So practically it is only bhakti, and Arjuna, how we accepted in him. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashwatam Divyam. So in this way, if we are able to accept Krishna, that is sufficient. Everything starts revealing to us. This material world starts revealing to us. What we are seeing now is completely false. It's completely temporary. We think this is the reality. We'll come to our real position after surrendering to Krishna. Okay. Then the 11th chapter, it's most important. He says this, Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa. Now Arjuna wants to, after hearing all the appearances of Krishna, now he wants to see that form. So he shows the Vishwarupa. His whole body is all the source of planets, universes, everything he shows in his body. Yeah. And here one more thing we learned. So how to approach a Lord. And the universal form, how the vision changes. Yes, by taking devotional service, our vision changes. You can see here Krishna's description. Then Sanjaya, he was just able to see the millions and millions of what I can say, sun in the sky. That is it. But Arjuna was able to see all the 14 planetaries and all the devatas, all the asuras, yakshas, kinkara, were all there in the upper planet, all the Saptarushi, how they're offering their prayers to Krishna, and how the demons they are getting scared and going and hiding in the side. Was able to see everything. That was a divine vision he had. So how much we surrender to the Lord, so much vision improves. The reality will be able to see. Okay. Then finally we saw how to approach the Supreme Lord, or any temple. If you go, first thing you have to do is the glorification of the Lord. Wherever he was, first glorify him, meditate on him and glorify him. Then give the obeisances and ask for apology by knowingly or unknowingly if you have committed some mistakes to him or to his devotees. Then if you have any requirement, then you can request and keep your desire in front of him. And finally, you have to say, if you are willing, only you have to fulfill. This is not my will. Yes, I have my desire, but it should be from your side, that if you are willing that this is better for me, please fulfill this desire. And finally, so the beautiful form of the Lord, or the original form of the Lord, is this Manushya Rupa, Vijbhuja. There is two hands of Krishna form is the real form of the Supreme Lord. Then the final Bhakti Yoga last is how many options he gives to this. And this year, one important question Arjuna asks is better, whether the formless Lord or the with form. He clearly answers, this form, Arjuna, that to my form, Krishna's. This is the thing you have to worship. This is the complete. Krishna says in 7th chapter itself, Bohunam Janmanam Antignanavan Mam Prapatyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Su Durlabha. After many, many millions of lifetimes, a yogi, a jnani, will come to a platform to understand Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, is source of all. Yeah. Then see, sometimes now we may not be able to accept this. Yes, definitely. Krishna says it needs knowledge of many lifetimes to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality. Because reality is, because we don't have so much of purity in our heart. So we are not able to. It is said in Padma Purana, after worshipping Lord Vishnu for 1,000 lifetimes, then you take up Krishna consciousness. Such is the platform of becoming Krishna consciousness. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now everyone are getting Krishna conscious, which we are utilizing and getting through our material life. That is, okay, then options. So how to become a pure devotee? Says completely absorbed in me is a pure devotee. Not able to do that, become a sadhana. Practice what spiritual master says, start chanting and offering. You do that, you'll become a devotee, no doubt. You're not able to do that. Okay, fine, you work for me. Sometimes you come and do some service to me. Even that you're not able to do. Okay, some donation you give. That way, at least you purify yourself so that you get connected to me. Somewhere you use so many options. Then devotee's disposition. Then how a devotee be with the attitude towards him. Something he does a mistake, he thinks it is my mistake. Something is done good, he says, it's my spiritual master's mercy. Vice versa with the materialist. Materialists say another way. Whatever they do, they say it's all mine. Anything happens wrong, blame game. This person, that person, because of this person. It's all happening. Just reverse. Yeah. So, and how he deals with the Supreme Lord and the living entities. We saw the story of Shibi Maharaj. Thus, to save a pigeon, just gave up his food. In the 13th chapter. So now you can see the knowledge based jnana yoga. This is all jnana yoga. Yet some technical words like that is kshetra, kshetrajna, prakriti, niyam, jnanam. All this we saw in the 6 questions, and Krishna answered all the questions. items of knowledge. 20 things he says. This knowledge other than this is all ignorance. Then soul and super soul, the difference between the Atma and Paramatma. You say, from the second chapter we are saying. So nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka na kledayanti apona shoshayati na marutaha. So every soul can be cut through weapons, burnt or withered or anything, nothing can be done. So it's transcendental to this material. So it cannot be done. So it is without birth and death. It's eternal. And Lord also same, but the example of the ocean and the drop of an ocean. Qualitatively it can be one, but quantitatively there is a huge difference. Everybody can compare to be the Lord or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, then enlightened. So when you're enlightened with this jnana chakshusa, so what is the vision that we see, how we get realized, and finally how we go back to our destination. And then 14th chapter, another settled form. It is three gunas, sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, three gunas we saw here. And the race of prominence is always there. And then action in the modes. Most important thing, what we put inside, that's what comes up. So what do we eat is more important. And three gunas is complete the time, the place, the circumstances, the activities, mindset, everything is based on the three modes. So which time you are associating? Mornings is sattva-guna, which is the time you are associating more. Which time you are more active? If you're active in the nights, you're a tamoguna product. That means you're inviting tamoguna in your life more and more. So by 8 o'clock, you have to sleep. By 3:30, you have to wake up. Brahma Murta Samay Shuddha Sat. This is the lifestyle. In one day, you can do this? Never. So now you're getting up at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, reduce. Put your alarm 15 minutes in 1 week or 15 days. Just practice your life accordingly. Your alarm is at 6:30, make it at 6:15. After a week, 6. After a week, 5:45. After a week, 5:30. After a week, 4. Something like that. You come to the time of Brahma Murta Samaya. Without practice, it's not possible. Krishna says, Abhyasena tu kaunte. Only for this 18 days, I'll say, and I might go also. Or you might leave us and go. But remember this. Practice without practice. Clear? Then pure life. Mam chayo bicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunantama samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Person who takes Krishna consciousness, at once he can overcome this three gunas. He becomes a Brahman platform. He'll be realized soul just by taking Krishna consciousness. Okay? Then the 15th chapter we saw whether this is a hotel or a home, or where are we living? Is it a permanent place? No. Then why should we make arrangements? Settlements. Why do we need settlements in our life? I should become settled. There is no settlement here. You cannot permanently live here. Why you want to have a permanent house? Permanent thing, permanent that. Why do you want all this? I don't know whether tomorrow will be alive. Same case with everyone. Can you assure me? Tomorrow I'll be in the death for it. So the money just here, but my real house is in the spiritual world. So are we making any preparations to go back? Making, then we are equal to animals. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam shasamanyetan pashuve narana. Just living a life of animals. Dharme tesho diko vishesho dharme nahi na pashuvisama. Are you thinking beyond? Atada Brahma Jignasa. Why I have taken my birth here? What happens to me after death? Are we questioning ourselves these things? Definitely, if we question, that means we are coming somewhere in a human. Then we become serious in such kind of treatments. Okay, activities. Then you can see here the spiritual material world Krishna gives here. Once again, in the 8th chapter here, he shows that little bit of spiritual world. He says, there is no need of any sun, moon, or electricity, fire in my spiritual world. It's always illuminating because we are complete knowledge. There is no ignorance there. And how Krishna maintains us. So, Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sanvishtumat Tasmita Jnanam Aponam Shavedesha Sarverham Vedya Vedanta Krutvedavet Chaham. Krishna maintains our body, mind, and soul. So, you saw this small examples we saw how it helps us. And how the creation of the Lord, Om Purna Madam Purna Purna Mudam. That is complete, how the creation has happened. how the sun rises and how the water gets evaporated and also transforms to a cloud and once again comes as a rain. And when the overwater it goes to the ocean, it's all complete. That is what Krishna's creation is. Clear? In this way, he maintains our, and by giving the scriptures, Vedeshcha sarva aham eva vedya, and sending the spiritual masters, maintains or takes care of the soul and the mind. In three essence, there are in two kinds of jivas, that is Baddhatma and Muktatma, one who are in the spiritual world and who are in the material world. But the Supreme Lord is beyond them. Even if you get liberated souls, you cannot be equal to the Supreme Lord. Is always Purushottama, Uttamottama. That's what this third three verses explain us. It should be very clear understanding. Here, in the 16th chapter, another important chapter of the divine and demonic qualities. Are we demon or a divine? Should understand that there are 26 qualities of be a divine and 6 qualities to be a demon. What qualities do we have? Very important. Yeah. Then here we saw how to overcome this A, B, C, D. Association of the devotees, book reading, chanting, and diet or devotion. Diet is only prasadam. Then how the demons, thereby their anxiety, their attitude, their beliefs, everything is vanished. We planned so many plans. The Alexander story also. He had so many plans to acquire the whole world. Really what? Empty hands even. Clear? Then removal of the devotees, demonic qualities. So 3 gates of the hell. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. Yeah. Lust, anger, and greed. Which direction are we are taking? Which door do we have now? Very important. These are 3 doors for the hell. Are we preparing to go to hell or heaven? And how to overcome them? Choice is ours. Then Krishna says here, more important, 16th chapter, a person who takes up the, what I can say, guidance of the scriptures is a divine. Who rejects Bhagavad Gita is a demon. Who rejects scriptures, who rejects spiritual master is a demon. Now my choice, whether I'm rejecting or taking. In 17th chapter, he says once again the 3 modes, the faith. Now Krishna with Arjuna with compassion is asking, Krishna, what will happen to them who don't accept Bhagavad Gita now? Don't accept you, don't accept scripture, spiritual must, they don't accept what happens. They develop their own gunas. If he is a tamoguna product, he'll develop only tamoguna. If he's a rajaguna, he'll become progressing in rajaguna. That's what they spoil their life. And here also we saw in the food sacrifice, conduct, speech, and mind control. How important is this 3 gunas? That's why many times I say, make a chant. You can even Google it, you'll be getting a chant of 3 gunas. So what kind of a food, what time you have to wake up, what you have to do. So just meditate on it, practice your life. Then the charity. So charity is very important for a grahastha. Purifying ourselves. How do you purify? Whatever you have, engage in the Lord's service. You prepare food for your sense gratification. You prepare 10 jamuns, offer 2 jamuns and get it mixed to this jamun. It becomes purified. You are preparing something, offer to the Lord, and you have something, money or monetary, engage in the Lord's service. Engage in something spiritual. In the devotee's service, it becomes purified. Everything becomes purified. Here, the enjoyer of everything. Krishna is the enjoyer. If that is Shuddha Sattva. Once you come to the real platform, you'll become Shuddha Sattva beyond all the 3. Okay. And here about charity it comes. So one more thing. This is the knowledge, I should say. I'm not, as we are saying, it's all free. No way the charges are there, but still, after taking the knowledge becomes complete when you can see even the scriptures where Dronacharya, after all his knowledge, finally asked for Guru Dakshina. So, that Dushtadumna's father, Drupada, should be brought to his feet. That was the in Guru Dakshina he asked. And even Krishna, when he was with Sandipani Muni, he asked for his son as Guru Dakshina. So in that way, so in the group, there will be a message where Raju Prabhu will be sending with some QR code and with my number. If somebody is willing to give some Guru Dakshina, you can offer according to your things. And there will be a temple's QR code also. If you are willing to engage in the Lord's service, something for the Goshala or something like that, it's up to you. There's nothing force, but But this is knowledge complete. It becomes complete after giving some Guru Dakshina or offering something in returns. So that is complete knowledge. So in that way, we are giving the opportunity to you, but finally, decision is yours. Okay. And in the 18th chapter, summary of Karma Yoga. You see from the chapter beginning to the end, here he is saying in the 18th chapter, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga. So true renunciation. Everything we have already seen this. True renunciation, false renunciation, how it's motivated inner, and finally it is the doer, the Supreme Lord who is the doer. A person who knows this, the real factor out of 5 factors, the Supreme Lord is the main thing, and is complete in his understanding. In modes of nature. Here also we saw about the knowledge, action, understanding, determination, happiness. Everything is based on these 3 modes. Mode are we associating? An idle worker, no need to be a Brahmana to get liberated. Even a cobbler can get rid. So whatever you're doing, you're being a woman, you're being a man, you're being whatever, you're an old person, you're a young person, whatever, do your duties sincerely and engage, offer everything for the Supreme Lords. Very simple. Have strong faith in the Lord. That is sufficient. Engage in the devotional service. In love of God, there is Sarvadharman Parityajama Amekam Sharanam Ruja. Completely surrendering to the Lord. You saw the story of that old woman. I think she had a desire. She wants us to give a meal to the king. She got everything, whatever is required. Same thing, if you have a desire to fulfill the desire of the Supreme Lord, the whole universes will be in our hand. That's a position Krishna gives to us if you wanted to serve. Clear? Then finally, end result. Another important thing, how to get this. There's a secret. In the secret, there's another secret. How to get this? So for how many you are distributing this knowledge? For how many you are distributing Krishna? So for how many members of your friends or relatives you're sharing this link or this session or Bhagavad Gita or this knowledge, something, some or other. It's up to you. So how much you're sharing selfless service. Sharing is caring. Heard it? Sharing is caring. You have to have the mode of sharing to others. Then your life becomes perfect. Okay. So thank you so much for being with us throughout this Gita Darshan. So you made the session successful. Just being with us. If you are all not there, where will you go and see the masses? Somebody, we need some sincere souls. We hear this. And Prabhupada says, even after establishing such a great ISKCON, he says, one person becomes a devotee of this society ISKCON. My mission is success. In that way, such a huge endeavor behind this, and even one person takes up Krishna consciousness, definitely even our mission is success. Okay, and all our representatives or who are back end helping this. You see, this is Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, and Raji Prabhu, Pramod Prabhu takes care of this your quiz. And after this, you'll be seeing your quiz results, everything. He'll be helping. Shweta Mataji, we used to hear the audio voice. No? That was Shweta Mataji's, and Sindhu Mataji, you know. And Preeti Mataji, she was doing this. She was asking for the phone numbers and everything. No? That's what she was doing the service. And the calling service, it was Radhika Mataji, Manasa Mataji, and Ashalata Mataji. I hope you all got some calls in the beginning. So it was these 3 devotees who were calling you. Okay. In this way, so many devotees who are, and these are all the other teachers. I think you may not see them, but you can see this is Manu Prabhu, who is doing Kannada session, chanting session, and everything. And here, Manjunath Prabhu, another person. And here, then Lakshmi Mataji, she is the principal of Narayana College, but so dedicated. From the day one, I hope my first batch was the batch, Raja Prabhu, all they were the first batch devotees. Till today, not even a single leave. Not even a single leave. Even in marriages, you can see here. Our own, what I can say, house marriage, brother's marriage, she'll be doing the session. Somewhere in the room she goes, does the chanting session, and then finally she comes. This way, so dedicated. And this is Vijayama Mataji, who's taking care in Shira. And she's running a center house program. Every Sunday she makes a program there. So single-handedly she's doing without much help. And she's able to gather around 50 to 80 devotees there, making them devotees. So it's up to us how much we take. And this is Kiran Rajput, who sends you the PDF or something like that. For Kannada, he does. I don't think here is, but still, he'll be doing many services like this. And another batch of devotees who are all representatives of many groups guiding. And here it is Lokesh Prabhu. When you come to the next level, you'll come to know. He'll be taking care of your Shiksha level. What Shiksha level, what books you have to read. So which is the platform you come. And after that, how to progress. So you have all the opportunity to go till the top. You can get initiated. You can become a pure devotee. Everything. Brahminical initiation. Everything will be. It is up to you where do you take. And there is a guidance. You don't want to be anywhere. Let me be here sufficient, happily. Yes, you have opportunity for that also. You want to progress in your life, make your life perfect. You have opportunities. It's up to you. And here it is, Rajat Prabhu. Today we are seeing this Zoom links. We have more than, I think, 5 Zoom links. So he is just offering from his office all these things. One Zoom link cost you so much. So it is something like 15K to 20K something. So it is by this devotee we are able to do. Actually, we should be very gratitude, not only to Srila Prabhupada, all these devotees. All these devotees, we are comfortably sitting and hearing this transcendental knowledge. It is not just coming like that. There's so much of hard work behind this. It's a great teamwork. So many members are helping in this back end and making these sessions so that we are able to comfortably sit and hear and take this knowledge. And even after that, we don't have any, what I can say, price, any value to that. We think at anything, something is coming, something is going. No. Please show, you should be gratitude even to the nature also, to the sun, to the moon, to Srila Prabhupada, everything. Something you are receiving in your life. Definitely you should be gratitude. Okay. And finally, thanks to ISKCON, Sri Narasimha Giridhara Mandir, HPR, Bangalore. Especially our deities, Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharika Giridhara, who were in all the sessions there with us. They were within our hearts, making us to understand this, helping us in each and every moment. I could see the presence of them. There was no obstacles. There were many challenges definitely will come in our life, but with their presence, everything as fog, mist vanishes when the sun rises. In that way, with their presence, any challenges in life just turns to ashes. So never forget in your life ABC. That is association of devotees. Be with devotees association. Definitely you can progress in your life. And book reading. Every day, Bhagavad Gita reading or Srila Prabhupada's there more than, you saw in your, by the PDF reading, more than 25 books are there. Small books are there. Please buy for yourself and distribute to others. That should be your charity, monthly charity, definitely. You have to do every month charity by purchasing the books and distributing to more than 10 to 20 devotees. It's up to your financial status, whatever you have. Then chanting, everyday chanting and the deity service. And especially prasadam. Diet is the most important. What we put inside, that's what comes out. That becomes your consciousness. Clear? So stay connected with us. What all you are going to see here? Every day there'll be one verse and one round of chanting. And weekly there will be 90 minutes, 60 to 90 minutes of session from Bhagavatam. So for English, I'll make on Sundays. For Kannada, we are doing it on Saturdays. And for English, I'll make on Sundays. The same timings will be 6 to 7 or 6 to 7:30, something like that. Other days, 6 to 6. Okay. Yes, now let us chant. It's Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharika Giridhari, our beloved Srila Prabhupada. This is our temple, ISKCON HPL. So now if you have any feedback, everyone can share their individual experiences. How would you feel? Is this session was useful or no? Whatever it is, whatever feedback you want to give, you can share your experiences, this helps us. This helps us to for the next batch. Okay, Hare Krishna. Meanwhile, let us see some reports if we have also. Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for summarizing all the 18 chapters in just 1 hour. We will see the report now. You can see the screen, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So regarding attendance, 38 devotees attended chapter 18 session, and quiz was participated by 28 devotees, and chanting and Naivedya 14 and 13 devotees. Overall, we have received yes to next level for 24 devotees.
Okay.
And there were no questions, there were some feedback. We can quickly walk through them, or we'll go through the question feedback from Vaishali Mataji.
Vaishali Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
First of all, I would start by thanking and expressing my gratitude to all the acharyas and all the gurujis who are there in this parampara, and to Srila Prabhupada for having established ISKCON and taken up such a great job of serving the humanity, and everyone in ISKCON. First of all, to you, Suranatha Guruji, for explaining so beautifully and actually making it relevant to our life. I mean, Bhagavad Gita reading, many of us have might have read it, but actually understanding and implementing in our life is the most important thing. And by your explanations, by your stories, and by your motivation, it has really brought about a change. And all the back end people, Chandrasekhar Prabhuji, Anil Prabhuji, Raju Prabhuji, Sindhu Mataji, Preeti Mataji, Shweta Mataji, Pramod Prabhuji, to everybody. Because like you said, for something to be smooth and obstacle free, first of all, God's grace is needed. That is always there with you all. And the next thing is the dedication and the sincerity with which you do. So that is so evident in all these classes. Sharp, it starts on time. All the slides are beautifully presented. Everything is so good. So I want to thank you all. And when I was watching the video of Srila Prabhupada, one important thing that came to my mind was his parents. I think we should really thank his parents also, because it was said that his father was doing puja to Krishna, and that's when young Srila Prabhupada got the motivation. So this is such a, I think, important lesson for parents also, to be a role model for their children. And there was one sweet scene where it showed that he had gone to the what is that, Rath Yatra, and after returning, he and his friends made that wooden chariot, and they took it as a procession. So for a child who is so young, generally we think of playing with toys and all that, but the thought that came ki I need to do the same thing, I need to replicate something, and his father helped him in that. So that is something that really touched me ki I mean, whenever any young person tells that I want to think about God and Krishna and all that, elders chastise them. Kya, you're not old, don't think about God, this is not the age to think. But his father encouraged him, and I think the first gratitude should go to Srila Prabhupada's parents also. And
you have to read the Leelamrita, Mataji. To get that chariot, it was not an easy thing, because his budget is all beyond his budget. And desire of Srila Prabhupada. Because something is whole month salary goes in that. But still, he put and gave for his son. He said, this will be all.
Wow.
But what parents, you are saying the most important thing of parents and their children's life, how they motivate them, what is the form they give to their children, what they show as an exemplary.
Yes, yes.
Encouraging them for some material things, definitely they'll go towards it.
Correct.
Yes.
And when Sindhu Mataji was telling the stories about Srila Prabhupada, about the condition he was living in, how he just started crying, and he used to go to the shipyard every day to ask about the ship that goes to India. An important point that we need to see here is Srila Prabhupada's persistence. I mean, whenever we encounter any tiny problem in our life, we just think, it's okay, leave it. I have tried so many times, fine, leave it. But he did not give up. Though he was asking every day, he had that strong faith. I think more than perseverance, it's that faith in Krishna that made him come back again and again every day. And changing to encourage our own friends or relatives, it's not an easy job. And going to a strange place and people who are totally people who don't know anything about Krishna, about even some sattvic way of living or something, to change those people into something great, something different, is a really very tough and a very great job. So like you said, Guruji, I really want to read Prabhupada's life and come to know. But this much in whatever 18 days you have taught, it's an extremely great motivation for me. And even small things, like you said, japa has to be done in this way, naivedya has to be done in this way. So earlier it was just something, kuch to rakho bhagwan ke samne, it's okay, it's fine, just make the mandala and put water and it's done. But the feeling, the bhakti that is there behind it, that is what is the most important thing that counts. It's as if Krishna is really coming to you. So that feeling we should have in our mind, in our heart, and that's the way we can go to Krishna. This is what I felt. So starting from all the acharyas till everybody, very, very sincere thank you and heartfelt gratitude. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you so much. Yes. Anyone else? Yes, Manu.
Thank you, Suranatha, Guruji. Thanks a lot for the team also. I especially wanted to thank you because it was coming from your mouth. We were able to absorb it so well. From beginning, we wanted to learn Gita. We wanted to learn Bhagavatam, but we did not know how to go. I think by listening to your lectures all these 18 days, we started keeping our baby steps. And one day we will be able to complete, we will be able to adapt it in our lives. And the other thing is, lot of people say a lot of procedures, and they make it very difficult, the devotional service or whatever it is, praying God. But you made it so simple, easy. And by main thing, what you say is by sadhana we can achieve. And you started us to practice it also from day one, slow by slow, bit by bit. All these things made this journey wonderful, Guruji. And every story I connected very well. Thank you so much. I just don't have words. It's only the experience and feeling I am taking this with me, and I think I'll be telling this to a lot of people, and more of Krishna consciousness will be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay. Anyone else? Yes. Aruna Kumari Mataji, would you like to say? I think Mataji don't know how to raise the hands. Yes.
Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
I am very proud of having Guruji like you, Ji, because we can't see God. So in the name of God, God is in your place, that today we are able to see God in you. So we are very happy to listen this Bhagavad Gita, and I would like to continue also, Guruji. Thank you very much. Everywhere God is there, everywhere you are saying like that.
Mataji, mother tongue?
Telugu Guruji.
చెప్పండి తెలుగులో చెప్పండి మాతాజీ.
గురుగారు దేవుడు అన్ని చోట్ల ఉన్నాడు అని అంటారు, కానీ మనం చూడలేము కదా. మీ రూపంలో నేను చూస్తున్నాను ఈ రోజు అని చెప్తున్నాను గురువు గారు. ఎందుకంటే ఈ భగవద్గీత మీ ద్వారా మేము వింటున్నందుకు మేము ఎంతో పుణ్యం చేసుకున్నాం గురువు గారు. నాకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది గురువు గారు.
మీరు ఎలాగ నాలా చూస్తున్నారు, నా గురువుల్లో నేను అది చూస్తున్నాను. సో దీన్ని పరా అంటాం.
అదే గురువు గారు. దేవుడికి భక్తుడికి మధ్యన ఎవరైనా మధ్యలో మధ్యవర్తి ఉండాలి కదా గురువు గారు. దైవాన్ని డైరెక్ట్ గా చూడలేం కదా, అందుకని మీరే మా దైవం అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను గురువు గారు. చాలా చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది గురువు గారు.
ఎప్పటి వరకు నా గురువుల పాదాలు నా తల మీద ఉంటుంది, అప్పటి వరకు నేను రక్షితునై ఉంటాను. సో మీరు ఏమంతా చూస్తున్నారో, ఏమంతా వింటున్నారో అంతా నా గురువు అనుగ్రహంతో, సో శిల ప్రభుపాద అనుగ్రహంతో భగవంతుడు మీ హృదయంలో ప్రకటన.
చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు గురువు గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు మాతాజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ.
కీర్తిరాజ్ ప్రభు.
Hare Krishna Guru. I came in 2010 in Bangalore. I used to see people going to different places and do things and all. And even the kids were actually being taught wrong direction. So from that time, I was thinking that I should be something where I need to ask people to talk about Bhagavad Gita and then talk what is good in our Hindu cultures and all. But I was not able to get it. I think after that, I started believing, okay, giving charity, doing something is actually good. So wherever I go, as you mentioned, like I used to give food to people and all. And then that's where I felt, okay, that is where we can find God. And but after that, I felt like it's kind of something that we have to be so good with the devotees and all. That's where I got Anil Prabhu's connection, and I thank you so much for Anil to get me this link. And I was really blessed getting into this, and the stories that whatever you told me connected me all my questions that I had. It answered everything. So that is the reason I used to keep quiet and think. Anyway, within this 18th chapter, I'll definitely get all my questions answered. And same way, I got all my questions answered. Guruji, thank you so much for this, and for the team, entire team who has actually organized this. It was very well organized, and thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So we expect you also to be a team member.
Definitely, Prabhu.
I just need much more support from you all. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Bhavani Mataji.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
ಪ್ರಭು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ, ನನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಕ ತಂಗಿ ಎಲ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಧನಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮಾತಾಶ್ರೀ ತಂಗಿ, ಚಂಪಾ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ತಂಗಿ, ನನ್ನ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟುಕ್ ಮೀಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೈ. ಇವಾಗ ಗುರುಗಳ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ, ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ದ ಲೋಟಸ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂಡ್ ಟು ದ, ನಾನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಗುರು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀನಿ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಫೀಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಟು.
ಎಸ್.
ಒಂಥರ ಪೀಸ್ಫುಲ್.
ಧನಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮಾತಾಡಲು ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು ಬಂದು ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು
ಅದು ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಧನಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಮಾತಾಶ್ರೀ, ಚಂಬಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಉಮಾ ಮಾತಾಶ್ರೀ, ಉಷಾ, ಎಲ್ರು ಇದಾರೆ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೈ, ನನಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇವ್ರ ಕೃಪೆ ಇವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನನ್ಗೆ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಬಟ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ದ ಫೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂಡ್ ಟು ಯು ಪ್ರಭು. Like
you also will be connected,
showing the way for us.
Yes.
ನೀವು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ಇವೆ ದಾರಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಫೀಟ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೋ. ಬನ್ನೇರ್ಘಟ್ಟ ಪ್ರಭು.
ಬನ್ನೇರ್ಘಟ್ಟ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಸಿಟಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
ಶನಿವಾರ ಇವಾಗೇನೋ ಭಾನುವಾರ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಬೃಂದಾವನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ. ಎನಿವನ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್? ಎಸ್. ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
అక్కడ వచ్చింది కదా ఆప్షన్.
வந்துருச்சு பாபா. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா பிரபுஜி. பிரபுஜி, இன்னைக்கு எங்க கல்யாண நாள்.
வாவ்.
எங்களை ஆசீர்வாதம்
பார்த்த உடனே உங்க முகம் பார்த்த உடனே இன்னும் இன்னைக்கு விசேஷமா இருக்குன்னு நினைச்சேன். கல்யாண நாளா இருக்கு நீங்க இப்பதான் தெரிய வருது. ஓகே, என்ன பண்ணுன்றீங்க மாதாஜி?
எங்களை ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுங்க. எப்போ எங்க வாழ்க்கை இருக்கிற வரைக்கும்
ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ற அளவுக்கு பெரியார் ஆகல. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பகவான் கிட்ட, சோ குரு கிட்ட, ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத் கிட்ட வேண்டிக்கிறேன். இதே மாதிரி உங்களோட குடும்பம் எப்பவுமே சந்தோஷமா இருக்கணும், கிருஷ்ண உணர்வுல இருக்கணும், கிருஷ்ணர் உங்களோட வீட்டு உள்ள மத்தியத்துல இருக்கணும். எப்பவுமே நீங்க அவரோட சேவையில இருக்கிற ஒரு அனுகிரகத்தை பகவான் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கணும்னு வேண்டிக்கலாம்.
எங்களோட ஆச்சாரியன் சார்பா நீங்க எங்களை ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுங்க.
கண்டிப்பா மாதாஜி, கண்டிப்பா. ஆசீர்வாதம் இல்ல, திருப்பி சொல்லிக்கிற வேண்டுதல், என்னோட வேண்டுதல், என்னோட குரு உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவார். இந்த பியூர் ஹார்ட் என்னோட பிரேயர்ஸ் கொடுத்தோம்னா கண்டிப்பா அவரு உங்களுக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாரு, அவரோட சரணில உங்களை வச்சுக்குவாரு. Okay, so let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Mataji's wedding anniversary today. So always they should be engaged in the Lord's service. And Mataji comes in Electronic City also, and very dedicated. She attended the first Kannada session. Now with daughter and whole family is attending this. So they are in spirituality. Now they are making their life more and more perfect, more and more dedicated in the Lord's service. So Lord show more and more mercy and blessings on them. So let's chant once Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. So உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், பர்த்டே இல்ல ஆனிவர்சரி இருந்தா என்ன பண்ணணும்னு தெரியும். டெஃபினெட்லி கிருஷ்ணரை ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு கொடுக்கணும்.
கட்டாயம் பிரபுஜி, கட்டாயம்.
கொடுக்குறீங்களா தெரியல, பட் பிரசாதம், ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத் புக்ஸ், அப்படி ஏதோ ஒண்ணு ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு கிருஷ்ணர் பத்தி தெரிய வரும். அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே,
கட்டாயம் பிரபுஜி, கட்டாயம். கொஞ்சம் பேசுறேன் பிரபுஜி.
எஸ் மாதாஜி, எஸ் மாதாஜி.
உட்காந்து அடியேன் பிரபுஜி. தமிழ்லயே நான் பேசுறேன் பிரபுஜி.
எஸ் மாதாஜி.
இந்த டீம்ல எத்தனை பேருக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும் தெரியாது, பட் இருந்தாலும் உங்களால புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. இந்த லோகத்துல இப்ப நடந்துட்டு இருக்கிற இந்த கலியுகத்துல நிறைய தொந்தரவுகள் இருக்கு. எஸ்பெஷலி சின்ன பெண் பிள்ளைகளுக்கு நடக்கிற ப்ராப்ளம், பின்ன குடும்பத்துல நிம்மதி இல்லாதது, ஜென்ஸ் குடிக்கிறாங்க, நிறைய தொந்தரவுகள் இருக்கு. எனக்கு ஒவ்வொரு அரசியல் மேடையிலயும் யாராவது ஒருத்தங்க மைக் கொடுத்தா என்னால எவ்வளவு அந்த தலைவர்களை பேச முடியும், அந்த பிரைம் மினிஸ்டரா இருக்கட்டும், சீஃப் மினிஸ்டரா இருக்கட்டும், எவ்வளவு பேச முடியும். ஏன் இப்படி நடக்கிறது இந்த நாட்டுல, ஏன் இப்படி கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாது, இதே வெளிநாட்டுல எவ்வளவு தூரம் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றாங்க, நம்ம நாட்டுல ஏன் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு பேசணும்னு டெய்லியும் இந்த யூடியூப்ல வர்ற மெசேஜ்கள், குழந்தைகளுக்கு தைரியமா நம்ம லேப்டாப்பா இருக்கட்டும், மொபைலா இருக்கட்டும் வாங்கி கொடுக்குறோம். பட் சின்ன குழந்தைகள்ல இருந்து அந்த இதை பார்க்கும்போது எவ்வளவோ மோசமான விஷயங்கள் வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. வெரி வெரி பேட் நியூஸ் டெய்லி we are listening. பட் அதுல இருந்தெல்லாம் நம்மனால எப்படி இந்த நாட்டை திருத்த முடியும், எப்படி கொண்டு வர முடியுங்கிற ஒரு வெறி எப்பவும் எனக்குள்ள இருக்கும். பட் அதுக்காக நம்ம பிரார்த்தனை தான் பண்ண முடியறதே தவிர வேற எதுவும் செய்ய முடியறது இல்ல. அவங்களெல்லாம் ஒரு கன் எடுத்து ஷூட் பண்றதோ இல்லைன்னா அவங்களுக்கு இமிடியேட்டா தண்டனை கொடுக்கறதோ கட்டாயம் நம்மளால முடியாத காரியம். பட் நமக்கு கிடைச்ச இந்த மாதிரி பிரபுஜிகள் கிடைச்சிருக்காங்க, எத்தனையோ விதமா கிடைச்சிருக்காங்க, நிறைய வழியில கிடைச்சிருக்காங்க. இதே நம்ம பயன்படுத்தலாம். எஸ்பெஷலி நம்ம பிரபுஜி காலையில எத்தனை மணிக்கு எந்திரிக்கிறாங்கன்னு தெரியாது. நேத்து நைட்டு 11 மணி வரைக்கும் இங்கதான் இருக்கிறாங்க. 10 மணி 11:30 மணி எப்ப போனாங்கன்னு கூட தெரியாது வீட்டுக்கு. நாங்கெல்லாம் சீக்கிரம் வந்துட்டோம். பட் அவங்க எத்தனை மணிக்கு போனாங்க, அவ்வளவு தூரம் போனாங்க. பட் காலையில எழுந்து நல்லா தெரியறது அவருக்கு த்ரோட் எல்லாம் ரொம்ப தொந்தரவு இருக்குன்னு. பட் இருந்தாலும் 1 மணி நேரம் விடாம நமக்காக பேசி எவ்வளவோ ட்ரை பண்றாங்க. அவங்க கிடைச்ச நல்ல விஷயங்களை நம்மளுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் பரப்பணும்னு. சோ இதை எல்லாருமே நம்ம மனசுல வாங்கிக்கிட்டு நம்மனால முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் எவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்ம வாழ்க்கை முடியற வரைக்கும் கிருஷ்ண சக்தியில இருந்து இந்த பக்தி இந்த குரூப்ல இருந்து மத்தவங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்ம நல்லது எடுத்து சொல்ல முடியுமோ நம்ம இந்த வழியில போலாம். நம்ம காந்தி இல்ல சத்தியாகிரகம் பண்றக்கோ இல்ல பெரிய லெவல்ல எல்லாம் நம்மளால போக முடியாது. பட் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச நம்ம பக்கத்துல இருக்கிற ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு நம்ம திருத்தணும்னா அந்த 10 பேரு 1000 பேரு 1,00,000 பேரு கோடி பேர் ஆகிறதுக்கு சாத்தியம் இருக்கு. சோ எல்லாரும் தயை கூர்ந்து அவங்கவங்க லெவல்ல இருந்து அவங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு தூரம் முடியுமோ பேசுங்க. நிறைய பேர் ஷையா கூட இருக்கலாம். பட் இனிமேல் இந்த பகவத்கீதா கிளாஸ் 18 நாள் நம்ம அட்டன் பண்ண எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு புதிய சக்தி கிடைச்சிருக்கு, வீரியம் கிடைச்சிருக்கு. எல்லாரும் இதை யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்ணி அவங்கவுங்க பக்கத்துல இருக்கிறவங்க அத்தனை பேருக்கும் இந்த விஷயங்களை பத்தி கேட்டு அடுத்த கன்னட குரூப்புக்கு நிறைய பேர் கிடைக்கணும்னு, நிறைய பேரை நம்மனால முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் சேர்க்கணும்னு நம்ம உறுதிமொழி எடுத்துக்கலாம். எல்லாரும் நம்ம ஒரு குரூப்பா இருக்கலாம். அடிக்கடி நம்ம எல்லாம் மீட் பண்ணலாம். எல்லா கிளாஸுமே அட்டன் பண்ணலாம். பிரபுஜிக்கு நல்ல என்கரேஜ் கொடுக்கலாம். அவருக்கு நல்ல சக்தி கிடைக்கணும். அவர் உடல் பல்லாண்டு காலமா ஆரோக்கியமா இருக்கணும். அவர் குடும்பத்தார், அவர் மட்டுமல்ல, அவர் குடும்பத்தார், அவங்க மனைவி எவ்வளவு பாக்கியவதி, எவ்வளவு கொடுத்து வச்சவங்க, எவ்வளவு பேருக்கு சமைக்கிறாங்க. இங்க வந்து பிரசாதம் பண்றதை நாங்க நேர்ல பாக்குறோம். அப்படி இருந்தாலும் அவங்க முகத்துல ஒரு சின்ன கோபம் கூட இருக்கிறது இல்ல. அவ்வளவு அருமையான ஒரு அன்னபூர்ணியா அவங்களுக்கு இந்த ஜென்மம் கிடைச்சிருக்கு. சோ பகவான் அவங்க நிறைய பல்லாண்டு காலம் ஒன்னா இருந்து இந்த சேவையில அவங்க இருக்கணும். அந்த குழந்தைங்க 2 பேரும் கூட அவ்வளவு அருமையா வந்து சேவை பண்றாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்ல, பிரபுஜி எத்தனையோ பேரை உருவாக்கி இருக்காரு. அவருக்கு பின்னாடி அவர் எந்த காலத்துல ஆரம்பிச்சாரு தெரியாது. பட் இந்த ஷார்ட் பீரியட்ல அவளை எவ்வளவோ பெரிய குரூப்பை சேர்த்திருக்கார். எத்தனை பேருக்கு நன்மை செய்யறார். இது எல்லாமே அவா செய்த பாக்கியம். அவரு பெத்த தாய் தந்தையும் நாங்க வணங்குறோம். எப்படி பிரபுபாதாவோட பேரண்ட்ஸை நம்ம வாழ்த்தணுமோ அதே போல இங்க சேவை செய்யற ஒவ்வொரு மனுஷாலும் குழந்தைங்களும் அவங்கவுங்க பேரண்ட்ஸ் புண்ணியம் செஞ்சு அவங்களுடைய புண்ணியம் தான் இவங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கு. சோ அவங்க அனைவரையும் நம்ம நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். எல்லாருமே இந்த வாய்ப்பை கைவிடாம எல்லாரும் நல்லபடியா பயன்படுத்தலாம். நம்ம குழந்தைங்களுக்காக. நம்ம குழந்தைங்களும் இந்த வழியிலேயே வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். அவங்க பெரிய கலெக்டர் ஆகணும், பெரிய லட்சாதிபதி ஆகணும், பெரிய அந்த லெவல்ல இருக்கணும், இந்த லெவல்ல இருக்கணும்னு நம்ம வேண்டுறோம். ஆனா அவங்க நல்ல மனுஷங்களா இருக்கணும்னு நினைச்சோம்னா கட்டாயம் இந்த இதுல இருந்தே ஆகணும். பக்தி நமக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். எல்லாரும் இதை பயன்படுத்தி நல்லபடியா எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கணும்னு வாழ்க வளமுடன்னு வாழ்த்துறேன். பிரபுஜியோட இதுல யாருக்கு தெரியும் தெரியாது, அடுத்த வாரம் இந்நேரம் அவர் பிருந்தாவன்ல இருப்பார். சோ 10-15 நாள் அவங்க ஃபுல் அண்ட் ஃபுல் இதுல இருக்க போறாங்க. சோ நம்ம எல்லாருக்காகவும் அவர் வேண்டிக்குவாரு. இன்னும் நமக்கு சக்தி நிறைய கிடைக்கும். நம்மளும் இது மாதிரி பிரபுஜி கூட எங்கேயாவது போயிட்டு வர்றதுக்கான வாய்ப்பை சீக்கிரமா ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுக்க கேட்டுக்கிறோம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா பிரபுஜி. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
என்னோட முயற்சி எவ்வளவு ஆகுதோ வந்தோடனே ஒரு நாள் ட்ரிப் போடலான்னு இருக்கிறேன்.
கட்டாயம் பிரபுஜி.
ஜஸ்ட் மேல்கோட்டைக்கு போகலாம்.
கட்டாயம் கட்டாயம்.
அங்க ஆச்சாரியரோட ஆசீர்வாதம் எடுத்துக்கின்னு, செல்வ நாராயணா யோக நரசிம்மோட ஆசீர்வாதம் எடுத்துக்கின்னு நம்மளோட பக்தியை பலப்படுத்திக்கலாம். நீங்க சக்தி எல்லாருக்குமே வரட்டும். எல்லாருக்குமே குரு ஆகணும். குரு எல்லாரும் ஒரு 10 பேருக்கு இந்த ஒரு பகவத்கீதை ஞான சொல்ற அளவுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் அந்த ஒரு சக்தியை பகவான் கொடுக்கணும்ட்டு நானும் வேண்டுதல். பிருந்தாவனத்துல போய் கிருஷ்ணரை வேண்டிக்கின்னு வரேன். வர்றதுக்குள்ள நீங்க எல்லாம் என்ன ஆயிருப்பீங்க அதுக்கப்புறம் பாருங்க. ஓகே. எஸ் கிருஷ்ணன். சோ
வரைக்கும் செய்வோம் பிரபுஜி.
So the essence Mataji was saying about the present society, that day by day it is getting degraded. You are not able to see the news. The children's have been raped and many such kind. Mataji not explained, but never you can, if you on the news, you don't know what news are going to come out. So scared to send our children also outside. That is the situation. Why is this happening? Why the politicians are not helping? Why this are not helping? They are not helping. No one will help us. It's only Krishna. Only it's Krishna. When the child is carrying Krishna within her heart, the whole world against her cannot do anything to her. This is what parents have to teach to the children. Not for that, not becoming very, what I can say, insignificant, not doing anything, not protecting themselves. Krishna gives the intelligence what to do. Krishna gives the strength to face. Definitely problems will come, challenges will be there. But to face it, to overcome, definitely the strength will be given by him. This is the basic thing we have to teach to the kids. Then later part, we have to give the material knowledge also. This is how the world is. You have to be in this, especially girl child. Boys, somewhere, even if they are spoiled, somewhere you can save them. But girls, at least you have to teach them. This is what is the world to you now. This is how you have to live. Yes, Mataji, many things you told. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Mataji, one more point you were saying. So next there'll be Kannada batch. After that, English batch. 5th December, there'll be Kannada batch. 9th Jan, there'll be English batch. As much as possible, you can request your colleagues, your friends, Kannada speaking people for Kannada and other languages for English. You can engage them in. I'll ask Raju Prabhu to share the details. You can share to all your members, whomever you have, and let them join the groups now. They'll be in the groups. So whenever the session comes, they'll be able to attend. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else would like to speak? No. Okay, fine. Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
Yes, I'll quickly share the report, bro.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, bro. So there were some feedback. Some of them already covered in the explanation by devotees. So Uma Mataji
If they are
says,
shared already, no need to read. If they're not shared, then you can read.
okay, so Uma Mataji is saying, Hare Krishna, thank you Guruji for this opportunity. It's an eye-opener, a self-realization session for me. I'm from Chennai and I wish to attend one more session for the beginners in different timings. Is this possible, Guruji? Once again, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I think
I'll try for it. I also have a different plan. Not me. Some of our members also thinking to engage them for this 18-day sessions. Let me have a discussion meeting, then later, but I'll let you know. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Harsha Prabhu says absolutely amazing experience. Vaishali Mataji covered like today is not a last day of this course, but the beginning of a very different disciplined and conscious way of living. Guruji, you have explained it so beautifully and deeply that something has woken up inside me. I understand that simply living is different and living with Krishna, Sri Krishna is different. I was surprised that there is a proper way to do even Japa and Naivedya. All these years it was a mechanical ritual for me, but now it's as if I am really inviting Krishna for lunch. So many things we take for granted because we don't know their importance or the feeling behind it. I have told my friends also to join and start living this pure blissful life, and they want to join the next batch. Krishna has brought me till the door and is holding it open for me. It's my duty to walk inside and simply
Merge into
merge
him.
with him. Yeah. Yes, Krishna. Raghavendra Prabhu says it was good. Sridhar Prabhu says very informative. Shweta Mataji says very good. Ranganath Prabhu says excellent. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. So thank you to all. Finally, just for one minute, I need a representative to speak. Anil, Shekhar Prabhu, Raja Prabhu, and Sindhu Mataji. And Pramod Prabhu. Not much, just your thoughts you can share. Starting from Raja Prabhu, then Anil Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu, before I could speak, I would like to give some information about quiz, Prabhu. So today is the last, yesterday is the last quiz, Prabhu. So Pramod Prabhu, as Pramod told me, so he'll send in 2 days the concluded report. So whatever the sessions completed, so I'll send the PDF. So in that you can able to find what are the chapters you attended. So missing chapters you can attend. After the Pramod Prabhu will send 1 to 18 days quiz link. So you can attend them in after 2 days. So once you attend all of them, so you'll be able to get the certificate.
Yes, Prabhu.
So now I would like to share my experience.
Prabhu, even you can say about YouTube link.
Yeah. So today I'll share the YouTube subscribe link also, and also I'll share all the chapters, 18 days chapters link also. You can watch them anytime, and also you can share to your friends. Those who say I don't have any time like that, you can share the links also. And anything, Prabhu, regarding YouTube?
That's it, Prabhu. That's it, Prabhu.
Okay. So now I will share my experience. So I came in this Krishna consciousness in the first batch. So there was the COVID lockdown time. So I attended in that time. So I just came to attend the 18 days and move on. So but as soon as I got some service,
So that service made me to continue till now. So I request everyone to take up some service. So there are so many services. Like if you are willing to do any reporting, PPT, poster making, and video editing, what are the skills you have? Please engage them in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna says, who is very favored to Krishna is those who distribute this knowledge to someone. So if you have that skills, no, please engage them in the Krishna conscious. So definitely you'll be able to go to near Krishna. So this is my experience. Only service can take you up to the Krishna. So this is my personal experience. So thank you everyone for joining this Krishna conscious.
Yes, thank you. So Rajiv Prabhu, you have to say means first batch. But one thing in the first batch, I used to directly speak to them. But now what has happened after so many batches and so many things, I have engaged many of them to speak to them in that way. And Rajiv Prabhu, when we were doing this PPTs and this thing, I used to engage the whole day because it was COVID period. And, work from home. He was always free. I used to engage him. So how sharp he was when I'll be speaking in the phone. I'll be calling him, and before completing the call, he'll send whatever I have asked him to do. He'll do by speaking in the phone. He'll do that complete and he'll send me. Prabhu, you just check. Prabhu, is this right? Oh, what is this lightning path? Such fast he used to do the services. And one thing I have seen in Rajiv Prabhu is many challenges in life. Nobody is safe. Nobody is comfortable. But yes, crossed all the challenges. But never ever he has said no for any service. Sometimes he says, now, especially after the office is open, he says, it will be busy, Prabhu. I'll be also understand that. So I need the same thing from everyone. Not whatever I'm saying you have to do. It shouldn't be a burden to you, but it should be allowed to you. Loving do the
Something, Prabhu, I'll add one thing, Prabhu. So there is every equal opportunity for everyone. So we are actually planning to make some team-wise. So at least if you have a group-wise, we can take up some services equally and we can distribute. So it will be very easy for everyone. So it will not be a burden for any one person to take up all the services.
Yes.
So that's why I'm asking if you let us know what is your area of excellence, so we can give the services related to that.
Yes, and especially now Pramod Prabhu. Pramod Prabhu single-handedly is doing all this. So if it's a team work, he also will be a little bit free enough. So under his guidance, we can do all this so that he'll be a little bit free enough to do the service. Okay. Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Raj. Next, Anil Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna to all the devotees. So in fact, I would start with how I came to this. So not too early, so almost like 6 months now. So it was, of course, through my wife. So she was a devotee, and so the path was all shown by Chandrasekhar Prabhu. So I'm very thankful to him. And so it's almost like it's living together with Chandrasekhar Prabhu day in and day out. And the way I came into because I think in one of the chapter Prabhuji also mentioned like what are the kind of people who comes into the our surrenders ourselves to Krishna, right? So I came through curiosity. So I was just curious about what is Bhagavad Gita. And so I had a book from my father, the Bhagavad Gita book. For all the 18 years, I was just looking at it, and I still continue to have it with me. Okay, but I never could read it or probably understand that. Okay, but once I went through the classes of Prabhuji, so that's when I understood Bhagavad Gita is not to read but to live. Okay, and hopefully, and definitely with blessings of Suranatha Prabhuji, I would be able to live up to the expectations and would be of service to all those who would be interested. And like Raju Prabhu said, and many of you, the only way probably to be of service to the Lord and to the others is to make more devotees. That's all. So the way we have benefited, please take that knowledge, take that service to others, so that they also get benefited. So that will be my kind request to everyone. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Next, Sindhu Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Let Pramod Prabhu. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to everybody. I think I've already shared my experience. Like Raju Prabhu, I also came with Raju Prabhu and Pramod Prabhu. I came because of distress. Out of the 4 people who came into Krishna consciousness, I came because of a distress. I actually came to India in February because my dad was actually admitted, and we all knew he's going to not live more than a month. And my brother went in and he called me. He said, it's a multiple organ failure. You have to come. And Krishna gave me that 1 week to live with my father. The last 1 week, I was with my father in the hospital, my brother and me. And then he passed away. March 2nd, I think he passed away. And I think March 18th, COVID hit. And all flights to US was blocked. And I was in so much distress. I didn't know where to take that pain, how to use that pain in a different way, or how to tolerate that. No matter how much people convinced me, I didn't know what to do. In fact, I used to work in the night because I was still working for US. So I used to work in the night. 2 a.m. in the morning, my work used to get over. And I used to just go sit in the puja room and cry my heart out because I didn't know how to deal with that pain. I think within the month or 2 months, my sister registered me to Suranatha Prabhu's class. Like all of you, I said 18 days and I'll be done with it. That 18 days, after that, I couldn't leave even 1 day. Even if I left 1 day the class, something is not right. And that's why I was saying I have found joy in my life back after my dad's passing away, only because of Suranatha Prabhu and Krishna. Otherwise, I didn't know what else to do, because death is something, it's very difficult to deal for people. I don't know about others. For me, it is very difficult. It took me almost 3 years to come out of my granddad's death. So it would have taken 10 years for me to come out of my dad's death. My mom and me actually came into this. My mom also, she got out of that pain because of this. So out of the 4 people, the distressed one is me. I came through distress. I knew Vishnu. I used to always say Vishnu Sahasranama. I used to always believe in God. So I used to go and sit and ask Vishnu, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Every night I go in the puja room, I ask him, why? And I couldn't even call out his name because the pain was so much. And then Vishnu said, this is the right time for you to come to Krishna. And he brought me to Krishna. And Suranatha Prabhu has been very patient with me. Very, very patient with me. I still remember the 18 days class. I used to extend the class by more than half an hour or 1 hour because of my questions and asking so many things. I used to ask him so many things. I do remember one day he said, Sindhu Mataji, you're in US. For you, it is okay. For us, we have to go back to work, So I have troubled him a lot with my questions. The entire team, I made them sit longer in the class only because of my questioning. But he has been patient, like, an elderly person in the family. He's taken me through this journey, and I don't think so I would ever come out of this journey. It's become a part of me now. Suranatha Prabhu, the team, Krishna consciousness. Even wherever I go, I proudly say I'm from Krishna consciousness. I'm from ISKCON. I proudly say. And I before and all, it was very difficult for me to talk about spirituality and everything, because people used to think I'm mad if I talk about spirit. Now I don't care who says anything. I don't care about anybody, because people who say I am mad, there's a Prabhupada saying, outsiders think you're wrong and we think they are wrong. Finally, we know they are wrong, That's what Prabhupada says. So that thing, Prabhupada's stories has inspired me so much. Suranatha Prabhu's story, he was a businessman, as you said. And it is so difficult for a businessman to completely change, give up, and lead this spiritual life. That means that transformation is amazing. And I think all of us should see that role model in him. And he's engaged totally. He's so active. I can't tell you, if you look at Suranatha Prabhu, if you physically go and look at him, you'll know. I know I've heard about from other team members, he's extremely active and he doesn't waste his time. So I think all these qualities should rub on us, and it's a happy thing. Suranatha Prabhu always used to say, Krishna consciousness and doing devotion is a very happy thing. Happy thing. We used to say, Prabhu, we have to chant. Prabhu, we have to get up. Now it is a happy thing that we are enjoying now. And what he said that day was a pain. We used to think, why chanting is happy, he is saying. Why getting up, sleeping till 7 o'clock is a good thing. Why he is saying that. Now we are seeing that happiness. So yesterday also in one of the classes, I used to say 2.5 years ago, whatever Prabhu had said, no, we used to think, what is he saying, Today, one by one, when we are reliving his words, we understand what he said. It is amazing that, what he said is coming true, It's like somebody telling your fortune or telling your future. It's actually, we are living it. So I request all of you, even if you don't go, if you're not able to convince others, you just stay in this platform. That will lead you to other paths and other people and everything. Krishna knows how to get work from you. So just stay on. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for sharing your realizations and experience, Mataji. Definitely I'm more inspired by your thoughts and your the way you take your life. There's so many challenges, in and
Yes.
out, but still you're not giving up. The determination.
How come, Prabhu? How come I can give up? You're behind me. Krishna is behind me. You guys will never let me give up.
Never will give up you, Mataji, but still we need something from your side also that you're showing. Yes. Great, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Pramod Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Prabhu. So he'll be last.
Pramod Prabhu, you want to go?
Okay. Chandrasekhar Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, Hare Krishna to all. Yeah, so I came to Krishna Conscious, like I attended similar session 1 year back. And so since then, I got to know the purpose of life. And I understand and surrender to the truth that Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita. Like we don't have to believe anything else, as Krishna himself has come and told through Bhagavad Gita what we need to do in our life. So just trust that, follow the rules that Prabhupada has given us, like chanting, Naivedya, prasada, so distribute prasada to others and bring more and more people to this. And we are doing that initiative in Electronic City. So we are doing in Electronic City, and we are in phase 2 we are doing now, and we are planning to do it in phase 1 also. So Krishna, if you have your intentions right, so Krishna will help you succeed in this, and he will show the way on how to do it. You just be in this platform, as Sindhu Mataji said. So Krishna will guide us. Like Prabhuji is always there with us. And Prabhuji, one thing I can say is that Prabhuji keeps you engaged. Once you are here, so he will give one or the other service to make you engaged, and you will enjoy that. So being with Prabhuji itself is a happy thing. So I'm fortunate that I spend a lot of time with Prabhuji. We speak almost every day, multiple times in a day with Prabhuji, and get his guidance. So you all also can be a part of this team, this journey. And Prabhuji also takes care of taking us to trips now and then, so we can enjoy that also. Like we'll not be missing anything if we are in Krishna consciousness, but we'll get to know the right path, right? What we are doing right, what needs to be done right. So we will understand the word. So a lot of things we learn, and so we can make us, like we can bring more and more people and make this a better society, because this should have been part of our education system. Unfortunately, this is not. So hopefully it will come soon for our next generation at least. But we should not keep quiet. We should do our bit to spread it to as many people as possible, especially to the kids and to the people around us. So that will really help. That's one request I have. So keep chanting, keep doing Naivedya, distribute prasada, spread it to others, distribute books. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhu. And what to say about Chandrasekhar Prabhu? So my desires are coming from because online cannot last for long. Remember, online cannot last. So from the beginning, I need something offline. I was saying to everyone, somewhere you create your own association. Not that if you are far away from us, somewhere even there, the Shira, it is around 150, 200 kilometers from here. Mataji is doing there. And Manjunath Shetty somewhere in Belgaum. And somewhere, many places, they're doing their own association, creating and making. So personally, what I am saying is Chandrasekhar. So he said, Prabhu, I wanted to do. And these commitments. He is also a grihastha. So having 2 kids and small kids. He's having his own job and he's doing his business. So many things. Apart from it, he takes Krishna conscious commitments. He does it. So that's what all the desires I had. This is how it has to be. So he's making it. And now I took him for the first. He never says no. As Raju Prabhu is saying, he never says no for anything. Completely. And now his dedication as day by day it is increasing more and more. And is something being a role model for all, I can say. So this is how you all have to come. Online cannot last long. You have to come on the streets. You have to stand out as an exemplary personality. You have to show to others, this is how you have to lead as a leader. So that thing I can see in Chandrasekhar Prabhu. So I request many of you in such way to come out, preach to others. You be an exemplary to us. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. And then Pramod Prabhu, finally, you're able to unmute.
Oh, Pramod Prabhu actually is in traveling. He is going to temple, so
fine, Prabhu. My internet was little unstable. I was not able to hear.
So he sent me a message, Prabhu. So,
okay, fine. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. I'm taking much time of yours, I think, today because it's the last day. So from tomorrow, we'll be having the same link for chanting. Okay. So I request everyone, it will be in the same group. You all can join. Then later part, after 1 week or something, we'll have a small meeting. Or after my Vrindavan trip, we'll have a small meeting. Then I'll let you know what is next level, what is what. So are willing to be in the next level, you can come for the next level and there. It's only basic criteria is sadhana. Every day submitting sadhana report is the only criteria. Clear? Yes. Thank you. I thank each and every devotee who has assembled here. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you to all. So now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. All can unmute and say Hare Krishna and leave the meeting.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Anita.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vishali Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Mamata Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Bhavani Mataji, Hare Krishna, Srinivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Aruna Kumari Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sri Hare Krishna. Rajkumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Saraswati Mataji, Divya Mataji, Mohan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Kalyan Nal Valthukal.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanyavad Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. Then Sindhu Mataji, Raji Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, Chandrasekhar. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to all.
Thank you all for joining the session. We'll continue with chanting from tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Have a good journey, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
எல்லாருக்கும் ராஜு பிரபுஜி நீங்க வரணும் எங்க கோயிலுக்கு எலக்ட்ரானிக் சிட்டி வரணும் கட்டாயம் வரணும் ஓகே வித் ஃபேமிலி
Sure, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.